Don't worry about the next, because it's your boy Chris with the next, back with a spanking new podcast, The X Zone with Chris Sharp. And today's topic will be about Ashley Gonzales and that whole situation. But first, I want to shout out Alexander Dennings, Weed Shop, the Winona Dispensary. Get all your weed puff needs at Winona Dispensary. Check out his Instagram for more. Google Winona Dispensaries. It's in Minnesota, but he can ship worldwide. And he got all the good kush. You'll be like Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson. Puff. Maybe no pass. Alright, so I want to get into the whole Ashley Gonzales situation. Now, no, she does not represent all Latinos, all Mexicans. You know, I have a lot of cool Mexican, Latino friends that we go way back when. Y'all know who y'all are. Shout out to y'all. She is the type, just like in the black community, like we have Candace Owens, what we call Uncle Ruckus, or in this case, she the female Uncle Ruckus. Or if you ever watched the movie Django with Steffens. Now, if you never watched Django, Steffens is a character played by Samuel L. Jackson. The slave master, the head slave master, the biggest one, is played by Leonardo DiCaprio. His name is Jim Dandy or John Candy. I think Jim Dandy. And Steffens is the Uncle Tom, the one that's protecting Massa. So she's just an all-down Uncle Ruckus. She thinks she is white. But like the white lady said on TikTok, I don't know how many more videos do I have to make telling you that your white proximity will not save you. We do not see you as one of us. And now if you get drunk and you start talking like that about the police force, now they're worried because you might start talking about what they're talking about. So now they got to handle that. We will not save you and you're not safe with us. A 19-year-old Latino boy was lynched in Washington, D.C. outside of the police Houston department. And y'all go watch that lady's video. It's all over. It's retweeted. It's all over. And that was the white lady was saying. Because I know there's a lot of people of color that think that, oh, if I kiss white, behind, that I'm going to get up in life. I'm going to have a better life. And that's not always true. You have a lot of white people that are not rich. You can come down here in Santa Monica and see there's a lot of poor homeless people. I used to help out one where I used to work. And a girl on TikTok was saying some of these white boys, and this is her words, not mine, that some of these white boys will finesse you. Some of them will get a bunch, you sitting up here, you got money. And now when you get married, he tells you, oh, I'm not rich. I'm in credit card debt. Now you got to work and pay off the funds. Then you guys have kids, and then he divorces you and gets half of your money. Cough, cough. Kevin Federline. Cough, cough. Garcelle Bouvier's husband. The lady from the Jamie Foxx show that played Fancy. And I know we come from the hood. I know we come from poverty situation. I know a lot of people come from broken homes, but you can still be proud of your nationality. You can still make it out without having to sell out. Because it's like Candace Owens. You find out that those people don't really like you like that, or you start talking about issues in that community, and then they're going to tell you, oh, no, we're going to shut you down. Then you're going to run back to your community, and it's like, nope, you stay over there. You made that bed, you stay over there with them folks. And I'm talking about white supremacists. I know I'm not talking about all white people, because all white people are not racist. Just a disclaimer for the slow people in the back. And a lot of people can say, oh, well, that's freedom of speech. Yes, but freedom of speech comes with freedom of consequences. Just like I talked about the whole Charlie Kirk situation. Freedom of speech comes with freedom of consequences. You know, you can't just be talking reckless out here like that. And he was talking about gun control and stuff. You know, a lot of white boys do not play about that gun. You know, you talk about taking away guns, that NRA's gonna hit you up real quick on that. And by her being in a police department, you know, she has a power to do some stuff. Like, you can be racist all you want to. You can be racist behind your closed doors, but, you know, we have a problem as people of color, for black people. Like, if you're in politics, you're a police officer, you know, you own a corporation with jobs, we have a problem with that because you're trying to stop bags, you're trying to alter people's lives, even take people's lives. And we're going to talk about that. You know, the disrespect of FBAs is not to be had. The disrespect of anybody is not to be had. Really, everybody just wants to live a positive life. And I talk about everybody. You know, I talk about men, females, sexual orientations, genders, religions. You know, nothing is off topic with me because nobody group of people have all angels in it. And I don't back up no fuck shit. And just like David's brother, D for VD, he says that he needs to stay in jail and probably get the death penalty. And I like that, you know, family or not, I don't back up no freaky shit or no deviant shit. And I think a lot of people just need to think before they speak or think before they do actions. But I think that one of her friends that sent this out probably got black friends that they care about, or a black husband or a black wife, or somebody that they care about. Just like with Nuri Gonzales, that I think she was a politician. Somebody got tired of her saying that, and she probably been doing it for a while, and they put her out on blast. You got the Martin Luther King parade, and you racist as hell. Just fake. I don't feel bad for either one of them. They made that bed they lay in, you know, find a job outside the country or something, because you're all over the internet, and I don't feel shit about it. And I like when people, you know, alcohol can be the truth serum for a lot of people. And she just, you know, that alcohol just brought out whatever you was thinking. Because there's a lot of people in her community, there's a lot of things that she could have talked about. There's a lot of things that go on in Mexico that she could have talked about. And again, this is no racist conversation. I'm just calling like it is. Because at the end of the day, what's wrong is wrong, and what's right is right. And I'm all about what's right. And she just got her wake-up call. You know, just be happy in your own skin. You don't need proximity to nobody. And if it wasn't for the Civil Rights Act, she wouldn't even be over here. There will be no first generation. They tried to keep, when it was just white and black in America, they tried to keep other nationalities out. Like in 1970, there was a Chinese Exclusive Act that was to keep all Asians out because they thought all Asian people was Chinese. But when the Asian people found out about the 1964 or 1965 Civil Rights Act that the black folks fought for, that bill ended. That bill went all over America because before that, they could not hire you because you were black. If you were in a racial relationship, they could fire you. They had, and it's all stuff you can Google too. They had bars, no Negroes, no coloreds, no Mexicans, no dogs, no Puerto Ricans, no Japs go back. You know, they had commercials about LGBT men being pedophiles, which all of them are not. And you have straight pedophiles. But they had the Boys Beware commercial. So a lot of, you know, you could just openly discriminate before that act. I mean, that act saved a lot of people. It allowed a lot of people to come over here and live freely. They cannot just burn your school down. They can't just hit you or rape you or do something. without consequences. And, I respect my elders, my ancestors, and my elders because some people are still alive from that era. Like Ruby Bridges, the little black girl that went to a all-white school. And she had to be escorted by the Secret Service and FBI every day. She's 72. So, it wasn't really that long ago. Alright, but anyways, any comments, questions, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. Stream me out on Spotify. Like me up, run me up on YouTube, share me out. Spread me out. If you want to donate to the show, my cash app is hashtag $get X money on 9. That's hashtag $get X money on 9. I could use that money for advertisement because let's face it, 2020 and beyond, everybody and their mama and daddy got a podcast. So I really need that push to be out there. Until next time, this has been your boy, Crystal X. Peace.